Hello everyone and welcome into the channel. My name is Brent. I started this challenge with just $25 a week and now we're 19 weeks deep. We continue to hit all-time highs week after week, and here we are mid-September with everyone watching what will the Fed do. We'll go ahead and talk about the prior week, and we'll go ahead and talk about what's going to be coming up this week along with the full portfolio recap. So stick around for the full review. If you guys are brand new here to the channel, I help people build long-term wealth by staying consistent through simplified investing challenges and real transparency. So definitely subscribe to stay consistent and hit that thumbs up. Today, we're going to go ahead and cover the SoFi Investing Challenge Week 19, which started back around May, where we've been depositing and investing $25 every single week to showcase that tiny deposits can build real growth. And we're doing it full transparency here on the channels. Now, slide number one, weekly performance snapshot. Now, this past week, interesting. Throughout the week, the indexes, the S&P 500, the NASDAQ Composite, and the Dow Jones all advanced to hitting new all-time highs. We saw the S&P 500 put on a 1.33% gain. Our portfolio through SoFi shows that we gained 1.23%. We'll go into that a little bit further here in the next couple areas. The rate cut expectations. So this week, in this past week, we had a weak labor market report, including high initial job loss claims. Well, the highest initial jobless claims since 2021. It was even revision downward, even more than initial reports. This fueled investor confidence that the Federal Reserve would lower rates. Markets are pricing in a high probability of a rate cut of around 0.25 to 0.5%. And that is all anticipated to happen on Wednesday, September 17th. So right now, everyone is looking at that we will receive roughly a 0.25% change, so 25 basis points, but others are also staying with the jobless claims being out there, the job growth being revision even lower, and any all other sort of expectations that we may even see a 50 basis point cut. And this could boost areas such as the markets as a whole, also small caps, housing, and financials. A lot of people having kind of waiting on the cuts to come out to potentially buy homes. Although when these cuts take place, it doesn't really help, because if the housing market's going to be trying to price in future cuts, it could say, hey, that could be sparking buyers to look at the market, begin to buy, which will try to drive up. But we'll see how it all kind of plays out going forward. Now, if you guys are looking to start your own journey, you guys can get started with $25 with SoFi. Why not join the $1,000 investment challenge? We're 19 weeks in ourselves. What are you guys waiting for? If you guys would like to sign up, there is a free investment tracker down in the comment section, on the pinned comment down below. You guys can get started. Also, if you guys would like to get $25, you guys can sign up for SoFi Invest. You deposit $25 and they deposit $25 into your account as well, giving you a whopping $50 to get started, which is just how our portfolio started here on the SoFi Investing platform. So with that said, let's dive back into our own portfolio progress update. Oh, I didn't update that slide there. So this is the week 19 progress update. Our base investment has shot up from around, I think it was 550 in the last, week 18 update. Now, this past week, we deposited not only $25, but we also rolled our rewards from our credit card purchases into the account, and that's all going to be invested this week. So, here we are. Our previous 2-week balance was sitting at $555.09. Now, our base deposit that we've actually deposited and invested in this account is now sitting at $602.25. Our total balance with capital gains, dividends that have been paid out, is now sitting at a whopping high of $642.34. Now, this past week, we purchased 0.41 shares with our $25, marking it the least amount of fractional shares that we've ever purchased on the platform. These past few weeks, we've been purchasing up 0.042, but because the S&P 500 shot to, once again, new all-time highs when we're depositing and buying into the S&P 500, we're just buying at these record highs. So our previous week, we were expecting to hit and complete a full share of owning of VU. and that will happen. But unfortunately, with the deposit from the last week, and then I didn't roll the rewards into the account into investments right away, that is not going to happen. So we went from 0.93 shares to 0.97. So this week here on week 20 of the SoFi Investing Challenge, with the $25 plus the rewards that we're rolling into the account off the credit card, we'll be breaking the one full share owned, and we'll have everything invested that's sitting in the account. I won't have anything kind of cash sitting there. So our progress right now, it boosted between last week and this week by 5%, bringing our total progress towards our goal of earning one full share to 98%. So, S&P 500 right now, I believe VU, which is the one that we're buying and holding, is $569. So with our $642, we should, actually, it's going to show right here. Yeah, the S&P 500, we bought it this past week at $596.65. And we have $642 in here. Now our net contributions is $602. So technically we should own a full share of VU, but $27.25, or I believe, was not invested into anything. It was kind of sitting in cash in the account, not invested. So I went ahead and just made a buy. So that'll take place here on Monday when the market opens in the morning, when SoFi does their trading. It'll just buy into $27.25 of VU. And then on Tuesday, when we do our other normal dollar cost averaging purchases with $25, that's going to go as normal. And then we'll be able to probably purchase up around 0.82 shares, which would bring us over that threshold of that full complete share. So definitely stay tuned for all that. Now, as far as progress towards the goal, our goal here is to kind of showcase the $1,000 investment tracker. This all started with the idea that around 70% of Americans do not have $1,000 saved to their name. And while this isn't technically saving in a way, in a high yield savings account, we're investing and saving away $1,000 for this challenge to kind of showcase that tiny deposits, such as $25. This is someone's lunch. This is someone's, multiple dinners. If you have a multiple dependents, I have a wife, 2 children. We go out to eat. We're easily spending anywhere from $50 to $100 really quickly while going out to eat. So, this is just $25. This is kind of cutting back on coffees, potentially cutting back on lunches, dinners, eating out, right? Not so much cutting out on lunches and dinners, but cutting out on eating out on a lunch or a dinner, instead packing it, making it fresh. And by these little tiny $25 deposits on week 19, right? We're 19 weeks into this challenge. Our portfolio has now hit $642. You can kind of see the progression here of just tiny deposits, $25, along with those capital gains. Now, we did have a referral bonus here back in July 2025. That was someone who had signed up with our SoFi Investing link and also joined in on the challenge. Now, if you guys are using other platforms, that's awesome. I've seen a couple of you guys messaging me and emailing me and talking about the investment challenge that they're taking upon themselves, either going for their first $10,000 or just $1,000, right? Everyone has different goals, but it's great to see everyone kind of take initiative and kind of showcase their tracker and how they're using it as well. So I'm glad to see it's getting some good use. Now, yeah, we're 19 weeks into here. We're about to own a full share of VU within the next week, and our portfolio should be breaking invested wise, 642 right now, but we'll see how it goes in these upcoming weeks. So you can kind of see, I don't believe we have had a negative week. I think there was one throughout this time period, but I was on vacation and I didn't record it. There was some volatility, especially through that May, June period. There's a few weeks that are up and down where the account value has always been positive since our initial deposits. These have always been pretty positive, as far as we've always been, what's it called? You have $100 that you deposited. We've always been net positive to our deposit versus negative. So we've never deposited $100 and been negative because of the stock market, say at $95 and $90 of our initial $100 deposit. it's always been pretty positive ever since we started this back in May, which is really unheard of. Generally, when you're invested in the stock market, you're not going to have all this gain that's taken place. I think overall the portfolio since the start is up around 8% or 9%, which just doesn't happen when you're starting off a portfolio. So something to kind of consider as well. So that is going to be it for this video. If you guys have any specific comments, questions, let me know down in the comment section below. I will read and reply to every single comment. So if it is involving the challenge or just other investments, let me know down in the comment section below. I'll read it, reply. And that is going to be it for me. I really appreciate everyone for tuning in, hanging out, stay until the end. Definitely go down below, subscribe, hit the bell to be notified of all of our new releases, and give this video a big old thumbs up. Would really appreciate it. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.